It's SuperStarcraftBros.
Diamond Friday.
It is time for some higher level play. What do you say, Iron Sparks?
What?
What do you mean, what?
MLG started.
MLG,
Raleigh.
MLG Raleigh?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Has anyone played yet?
Yeah. Maximus Black. He won his first round.
You mean Quantic Black?
Whatever. He won his first round, and then he lost his second round.
Aww.
So he's going to go in a loser's bracket tomorrow.
Loser's bracket can be a fun place.
Yeah, you can still make it.
Any other big names play yet in MLG?
I don't know, I only saw that.
Alright, well, if you watched some MLG today, leave a comment down below on what you saw, who you saw, your favorite game so far, and let's get into this game. So, Iron Sparks, who do we have playing in this ZvT?
In our top right corner of Shakuras, we have Catgroove.
Meow.
And in our bottom left corner, we have SpaceMarine.
Boom! I imagine SpaceMarines blow things up.
Oh.
Alright, and did you say the map?
Shakuras Plateau.
I think there's something built into my ears that like nullify every single time like you say the map. It just, my brain just goes, bleh. No, you didn't hear that.
Does it work on everything else I say too?
What? Oh, no. Alright, ZvT. Alright, we have SpaceMarine is laying down his barracks on the low ground near that ramp to the natural. So we probably might see a fast expand out of him after that barracks is finished. And Catgroove is going for that standard fast expand from the Zerg player, and we'll probably see a spawning pool after this after these two drones are built.
Yeah, we'll probably see it as soon as he hits that 200 mineral mark.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder.
200?
I wonder if the Terran player will go for the expansion, since he did just throw up a gas. So, it'll be interesting.
Maybe he's trying to psych out the Zerg player.
No.
All right.
Let's see. So the spawning pool did start, as well as the orbital command. Whoa. Orbital command.
You're right there?
Yeah.
All right. Come on. All right. Marine is popping out of that barracks, and here comes the SCV. All right. And he lays down the command center. This is a very gutsy move from SpaceMarine to do this before there's a bunker. Or even...
Well, he does know that the Zerg does have the expansion up, so there's not going to be that much early pressure coming.
I know, but I mean, he laid down the command center before he scouted the base. Okay. So, I mean, he could have gotten there and a bunch of Zerglings could have been out already, destroyed the SCV and run back.
What are you talking about?
He didn't know that the Zerg was fast expanding.
Yeah, he did.
When?
Well, he already had vision before he started building it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, when I checked, he had seen this was there.
Still.
Well, still, it doesn't matter. He has the barracks right here.
Yeah.
The Marines right here.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take long to build stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't think it's as risky as you think it was.
You're
Well, I'm just saying, like, if there was no hatch, then it would be risky.
You're still mean.
I'm sorry.
He hit me.
What?
Caster abuse.
Alright, so we do have another orbital going down, and these things do have the tower, so they did see the Marines walk up there. Pulling back just in case he does decide to push. But it looks like Space Marine's just going to be satisfied at the watchtower.
You're still mean.
What? Alright, so the orbital's just finished, now we have a reactor. Do you think he'll switch, maybe switch out the factory soon to get some Hellions out?
No.
Okay.
Because you're mean.
Okay.
Alright, additional racks going down. Nothing coming out of that factory yet, like Iron Sparks was saying. I don't think he's going to go into Hellion Tech. I just don't think he will. I don't think it's going to be effective because I have a feeling that the Zerg player is going to probably transition into either roaches or infestors. And there's a ton of queens down at that natural too, so Hellions are not going to be that big of a threat.
Looks like one of the Marines was taken out and one of the Zerglings, unless there are more than 4 on the field.
Maybe the other guy ate his twin in the cocoon.
Maybe. Let's see. Terran will, he already did see that the third's going down. He does have that bunker being built. Will probably easily deny this.
Yep, and this is a smart move. It's going to either deny the third or force Catgroove to build a ton of Zerglings.
And that bunker did finish just in time for the Marines to hop in there prior to the Zerglings arriving.
Yep, and these Zerglings need to go for that SCV so they can at least do some damage to that bunker. Good pull away on the SCV to force the Zerglings away.
But now the Queens are coming down, so I think he will be able to clean this up.
Yeah, I think it's he should probably ditch the bunker and salvage it to get that 75 minerals back.
I mean, he might take... Oh, bad transfuse.
Yeah.
Queen's life.
So it looks like SpaceMarine is going to lose...
Pretty good micro. He pulled that back so it wasn't being attacked.
Yeah, I mean, he did kill quite a few Zerglings, but I think that cost effectively on the rating, not very high.
Yeah, all he took out was those Zerglings. The hatchery's up, not even, barely even touched.
No, and after a while, that's going to actually heal itself, so yeah. Interesting that Catgroove decided to pull the queens back instead of leaving one there.
Well, he does have a queen being produced.
Alright.
He has Zerglings, Banelings morphing in just around the corner.
Yep,
So.
Zergling speed just finishing. 9 Banelings are coming in right now, including 20 support Zerglings. We have those Hellions out now, but I think the Hellions are too late.
And especially since he doesn't have the reactor on there, they're just coming out one at a time.
Yeah, that is interesting that he decided to not...
They need to get a salvage on that bunker.
Alright. Let's see, Melee and Carapace +1s are on the way for our Zerg player. And let's see, we have another command center, Stim, Combat Shields is just about to finish, and
we have a macro house for the Zerg.
Yep, gotta love them macro houses. You got the best parties at the macro house. Good creep connection. He does have all 3 bases connected now. And here comes a very large Marine army supported with some Hellions.
However, if he does unfortunately stumble into those Banelings, it doesn't matter how big it is.
If the Hellions can get in there quick and take the damage of the Banelings, the Marines will probably mop up the rest of the forces.
But there's quite a number of Banelings.
That's a lot of creep tumors.
Oh yeah.
That's a cancerous amount of creep tumors.
He's going for that GM creep thread.
GM?
Grandmaster?
Oh, okay. Here come the Hellions doing a little bit of damage to the Queens, but up. Here come the Banelings. Oh, and the Hellions do soak up quite a bit of those Banelings, but there's too many.
But so do the Marines.
And 4 Marines do survive for this. He actually should move in, get a scan on those tumors, and try and pick a couple of them off to stop creep spread.
He doesn't quite yet have energy for scan. He does now, but he'll probably use that for a mule, because he needs to stay up with that combi since he knows that the Zerg does have that 3rd base.
Yeah, and the Zerg player is sitting on an excellent count of 66 harvesters. 44 for the Terran player, which is actually really good considering he's on 2 bases, because it takes about 24 SEVs to saturate a mineral field, and then if you add the other 6, so about 30 SEVs to fully saturate a base.
Something like that. It might be like 28.
And let's see, the +1 attack is finished with SpaceMarine. He's working on his +2 right now. +1, I mean, for his armor, and
we do have that pathogen glands for the infestors on the way.
And we do have 2 missile turrets going up, so SpaceMarine perhaps is feeling Muta's on the way, maybe. But it does look like you said, that Catgroove will head into Infestor Tech. I like the split up on the Marines here.
It would have been great if he had more Marines.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good split, but I don't think he expected that many Banelings to already be there. With this amount of creep tumors, we're probably going to see half the map covered in creep in about a minute or 2.
Yeah, and Catgroove would easily be able to connect to his 4th expansion.
Yep, and we do have the first Infestor coming out right now, including +2 upgrades for his Zerglings. So it looks like he'll be going an Infestor-Ling army. He is getting dangerous close to Spy Block, but the moment I was saying that, Overlords did pop out, and Siege Tech coming out for SpaceMarine, which is an excellent choice against these Zerglings and Banelings.
Yeah, I like that. He'll be able to get the distance, probably take out the Banelings before they can hit, and they'll also be good against the Infestors. That way they can get targeted prior to getting those fungals off.
Yep, the only thing is, if he does have a large group of siege tanks and a couple infested Terrans are launched next to that tank, he is going to cause splash damage. I do like that he's moving the tank up to this high ground to protect that 3rd.
I don't know if he did that on purpose.
I think he did. And siege mode is finished, so I'm wondering why that happened.
It just finished.
We do have more turrets going down, so SpaceMarine is definitely feeling.
But we have quite a number of Zerglings coming out.
Yeah, he's feeling Muta, but Muta is just not in the picture right now.
But you know, with the combination of these fungals and the probably inevitable banelings that are going to come, since he is working on that speed, it's going to be really dangerous.
It is. We're going to have to see some excellent splits from SpaceMarine, not only to avoid those banelings, but also the fungal growths.
We have a crackling upgrade going.
Yeah, we do. That was actually that's a really fast hive.
Well, since he got this in a second infestation pit.
That was most likely a misclick.
I hope so.
Unless he's gonna work on.
I don't know.
He wanted a separate one for neural parasite.
Don't you know buildings can only do one upgrade?
Yeah, you gotta get another one after that. Let's see.
A lot of Zerglings.
That is a lot of Zerglings, and we're probably going to see a lot of that morphed into Banelings.
Is that an 8?
That's an 8. That's 84 Zerglings on the map right now. What are we looking at upgrades right now? Actually, he's just started 3-3, Crackling, and an Ultra Cavern. So this is actually a really good build. I've seen this a couple times from higher level Zerg players. Using Banelings, using Zerglings for the intro, mid game, to map control, things like that, and then you use those upgrades that you used to get the Zerglings. You can use them right on your Ultras.
You know what's going to be totally useless in this army? Well, not the army, but right here.
The missile turrets?
Yeah. I
mean, unless there's Burrowed, if he tries to do some sneak attacks with the Infestors. But I don't think Catgroove has researched Burrow.
Oh. This drop definitely didn't. It did take
wow, that's terrible. We missed that.
But they will be cleaned up easily.
He did take out the hatchery, which is an excellent move, excellent drop.
But really, with this economy, it's not going to do much. You'll be able to rebuild it.
No, I mean it's not so much something that hurts the economy, but of course you eliminate a production building, so larva is going to be stopped. And he also forced Catgroove to reveal his entire hand. He knows that there's Zerglings, Banelings, and Infestors in the main army now.
But he doesn't know about those Ultras.
And there's 7 of them coming in right now, and chitinous plating has just started. +3 for his melee units are going right now for Catgroove, so this is going to be an incredibly dangerous army. And we're sitting at a Zerg army that just maxed out. And taking a look at the units, a lot of that supply for Catgroove is in drones right now, which is an excellent choice, but this is a scary army. SpaceMarine is going to have some amazing micro.
Well, do you think the Zerg army is just going to be able to run in here with all these tanks set up?
You know, if he could get some of those siege tanks on the high grounds, those little like plateaus in the middle of the map, I think it'll help out, but it's going to come down to micro if the Terran army has any hope to survive this horde.
The one thing I like from the Terran is he does have it all spread out, little clumps here and there, that way they're not all on one ball, can't get all fungled, and then...
Well, I mean, the problem with that, though, is you're going to get Zerglings and Ultras surrounding your units, so I mean...
Yeah, but it does negate the fungal and Baneling.
It does, but it's not going to negate this huge swarm of Zerglings and these Ultras. I mean, here it comes, the Banelings are taking out the front line, but it looks like they hit Marauders more than anything. This might be GG.
Yeah, almost all these Infestors still full energy.
I mean, we do have the huge hit into the Zergling count for our player, but he's already creating 82 Zerglings.
I like that he did land on the high ground.
Yeah, he landed on the high ground. That's an excellent call, but
it's a Viking.
Yeah, that Viking's not going to be able to do enough damage. He does lift up the orbital command and saves it. This tank on the high ground is going to do a ton of damage, but it's just going to be, is it going to be able to do enough damage? Because here come the Zerglings.
Yeah, and he's just replenishing his supply with Zerglings, so he can get out quick, fast.
Yeah, I mean, again, we have another 44 lings coming in and 22 Banelings. Your Impa race is Impa. You know, I can understand Impa. It just reminds me of like characters from Dragon Ball Z. It just goes, if you're a Terran player, I mean, I've had this when I spar against you, is if you let a Protoss player or a Zerg player macro up, you do very little harassment, they will win.
Well, that guy got Ultras before 20.
He had 3 chitinous plating Ultras.
Yeah.
I mean, that Catgroove had a build, executed the build perfectly.
Well, he never had anything to stop him.
No, and I mean, he never really he was allowed to macro up, he was allowed to drone up. I mean, at the end of the game, I know that he was throwing drones away to free up supply, and he actually used a couple drones to throw down some additional macro houses. You know, when you encounter 3/3 units like this, you're going to need ghosts, so you're going to need to be able to do snipe, you're going to need to do counterattacks and drops into his main, into the natural, into the third. I don't think he ever saw that there was a fourth.
He did get the drop here, which was good, but he just stopped there.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just start yelling out like, oh, OP, unbalanced. You can't yell that stuff out because the game is balanced. I mean, yeah,
you've seen those patches.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's so many patches. So I mean, if it comes down to, I mean, you're getting steamrolled by 3/3 ultras, you know, 5/3 ultras because they have the chitinous plating. You let him get it. That's the thing. Is, I mean, you have to scout. You have to be proactive on that because I mean, we have all these missile turrets and they were useless. I mean, so much wasted minerals. He could have had more marauders on the field. Could have had more tanks. So yeah, a great game to Catgroove. I really enjoyed it. That was an amazing build. That was spot on, perfect. I think Catgroove has a good chance of moving on up. And SpaceMarine, you just got to work on it. I mean, yeah, it's frustrating when you lose to a race that's not yours, and you know, you get steamrolled. I mean, it hurts because you spend the whole game going, all right, I'm good, and then the army moves out, and you literally, I mean, with rolling banelings, you literally get steamrolled with a vapor acid splash.
Yeah. So
leave a comment down below on how you think both players did. Maybe you feel that the races are unbalanced. Leave a comment down below on what you think. And we'd love to have a replay of yours, so send it in to SuperStarcraftBros@gmail.com. Subscribe.
Hit that like button.
Share.
Do all that other stuff.
Watch Monday through Thursday's videos.
Yeah.
And have a great, hope you had a great week. Have a great weekend. And good luck, have fun.
GG.
GG.